You know, Andrew Bridgen said something very telling when Keir Starmer got into office as Prime Minister of the UK. He said that Rishi Sunak called an election and got the hell out of the way because he didn't want to be Prime Minister with what was going to come next. I'm paraphrasing there, but it's more or less what he said. And, you know, there was tweets and a few things, and I even covered it on the channel. You can go and look it up. Well, ever since then, we have had a situation, haven't we, where we've quickly discovered that all of the, I mean, let's break this back, right? Labour got in because too many people still fall for the same old crap about splitting the vote and we need to vote for one, otherwise we'll get the other, blah, blah, blah. You see the same game play out every time. So in the natural course of evolution, what's going to happen is the Labour Party is going to get in that particular scenario. And the election was called and it was timed in a way where they could just do a straight swap, a straight transfer of power, which makes me wonder whether MPs are indeed elected or are they selected. I think the whole thing's got a lot to answer for. But if we look at Keir Starmer, we've had various sectors of society been hard done by in one way or another. The pensioners, the farmers, the emergency services, businesses as a whole. Taxi drivers are starting to get it in the neck. All sorts of people. Financially, we've been made to suffer even more. Meanwhile, we look at billions of pounds, literally billions of pounds being spaffed away to foreign infrastructure projects all over the place every single month. And to be blunt, our own countries that make up the British Isles are fucked. I can't put it any plainer than that. So you've got to ask yourself, is he really that incompetent? Or is there somebody else telling him what to do? That's probably one of the reasons he's not resigned yet. And by God, he should do. It's quite obvious, more than obvious, that what you see in Parliament, what you see with the politicians, it's all a game. It's all an act. It's not real. Nothing to see here, Governor. So somebody is lurking in the shadows somewhere, pulling the strings, making the real decisions. Civil service, something else, who knows? But they're taking the piss out of all of us on a daily basis. Tucker Carlson had something very important to say. I want to read you this tweet and play this accompanying video. Give stark warning on Keir Starmer. This is Tucker Carlson. You will never convince me that Keir Starmer is making independent decisions about the future of Britain. He is taking orders. So let's have a listen to Tucker.
But I know a fair amount about Keir Starmer, and you will never convince me, at gunpoint even, that Keir Starmer is making independent decisions about the future of Britain. Just, you can't convince me that. He's not adequate as a leader of a nation. He just doesn't have the basic qualities. He is taking orders. That could not be clearer, and I think it's clear to the British population. But you don't know who's giving those orders.
No, I mean, I don't know who's giving those orders. I think if we...
I'm sure there is a link somewhere to a fuller version of that piece that we were just watching, but I'm inclined to agree very much. And, you know, was it Sunak before him in the same situation? Who knows? But that's not our problem right now. Our current problem is the government we have. I don't mean to sound rude or condescending, but the problem we have with a lot of people in this country is the fact that they believe an awful lot of what they are told by the media, by politicians, and still there's too much of an element of trust there in what's going on. And the wool can be pulled most expertly over your eyes at any time. Now, if you know where to look and you know where to research, all the information. It's all out there for you to find. Now, if we have a look at this very thorough search here, I just did Keir Starmer, Fabian Society. Keir Starmer is a long-standing member of the Fabian Society and a former executive committee member who aligns with its traditions of practical policy-focused social democracy. He has used the affiliated think tank to shape Labour's agenda, notably publishing the 2021 pamphlet, The Road Ahead, and contributing to policy discussions on public services. Key details regarding Starmer and the Fabian Society. He was a member and served on the executive committee of the Fabian Society before becoming leader. The Road Ahead in 2021, he authored a Fabian pamphlet outlining his vision for a fairer, more secure and prosperous Britain. Ideological alignment. The society, which is affiliated with the Labour Party, views Starmer as representing a hard-headed and practical approach to Fabian values. He has frequently spoken at Fabian events and contributed to their and the left's policy agenda. The Fabian Society has, as noted by Andrew Harrop, highlighted that all Labour prime ministers have been Fabians, framing Starmer as continuing his tradition. Now, one of the prime ministers that came out in the wake of World War II was, of course, Clement Attlee, another Fabian-led Labour government, and they were responsible for the British Nationality Act 1948, which in large part destroyed a lot of the constitutional framework which protected this country from harm. So they've been at this for a long time. And the other thing you have to look at with the Fabians as well is that their logo or their emblem is a wolf in sheep's clothing. A wolf in sheep's clothing. Or another one they've used is a turtle, slowly, by stealth. The thing is with a population, if you change something like that, they'll resist, they'll get pissed off. But if you let them get slowly used to it over a period of years, well, decades actually in this case, and then, gradually introduce these small but incremental changes into society, not a problem. Not a problem. They're just saying, oh, okay, yeah, that's a new way of doing it, no problem. Off we pop. You see what's going on? Anybody? Exactly. So, this country has big problems. And if we look at Halsbury's Laws of England, it clearly states in one of the volumes that anybody of communist or fascist ideology should be purged from the system. And what it means by purged is basically gotten rid of. Fact. So this is why England is ignored in large part. Another organisation which you will be aware of is the World Economic Forum. And you've heard Starmer say before that he prefers Davos to Westminster because things get done. And if we have a look at the World Economic Forum website right here, you can see Keir Starmer, Prime Minister of the UK, Prime Minister's Office of the United Kingdom. It's an older picture of him because there's no glasses there, but it's the relevant job title. And I've learned through experience that anybody who is in a position of authority or a position of power within the UK, MPs or whatever it happens to be, you go and look them up online and type in these acronyms for these organizations. And inevitably, if they turn up on them, you know that, well, something ain't quite right in Kansas, is all I will say. Do you know what I mean with that one? And it's not just him. Most of the front bench of the Labour Party are exactly the same. That's what we're contending with. That is the broken state of our political system within the country right now. And when you look at the idiots on the other side, my God, really? Yeah, big trouble. So you need to come out. you need to rise. You need to turn up at that polling booth and you need to vote. Otherwise, we really are in the deep doo-doos. Let me know what you think in the comments. As always, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share my stuff, and I will talk to you soon. Toodaloo.